Hi everyone. So yesterday in my video, which I hope helped a lot of you, I had some really good messages back from that to say that it was, showing that we've actually are here supporting you. And we really, really are all the time. But the main concern that's coming out at the moment is around tuition fees. A lot of people are very angry. I understand that. You're paying £9,250, and at the moment it seems like you're getting the service or not the service that you were originally offered. Now, I want to talk a bit more in detail about it, and this is the easiest way to do it. It's really, really complicated, the way that tuition fees work. It's not as simple as you are paying the university sets those fees, and then they, set budgets and whatever. It's actually backdated. So from the beginning, you're borrowing money off of the government. Okay, so you're effectively taking that money out with the hope that you're going to pay it back after you earn £26,000 in the future, with very, very low interest, and it doesn't affect your credit rating. That's the first thing to say. The next thing to say is that, so you're borrowing that money, the government then pay that money to the university. The university is capped at £9,250. That is the maximum that they can get from any student. Now, that is very difficult for universities because it's supposed to rise with inflation. However, in recent years, actually the amount of money that they're getting doesn't really correspond with the amount that things are costing. So everything that you utilise at university, your lecturers, your equipment, your IT services, everything, all of that has to come out of those tuition fees. With that, if you were to get a refund to get that knocked off of your loan, you're not going to get any money back. Okay, you are not physically going to see any money. Probably not even in the future. It won't even come off of your loan properly because you're unlikely to pay it all back. Only 30% of students actually ever pay their loans back in full. So that's a myriad of factors. That's because it gets wiped out after 30 years. But equally, earning over the cap is very unlikely to be paying that back in full for the rest of your life. That being said, the amount of money that you are borrowing doesn't really exist. It's not affecting you in any way, but it would dramatically affect the university. If they were to, or if the government were to refund any money off of those loans, they would pay less money to the university, which means that you wouldn't get any money back, but you would see the deficits in the resources that you get from the university. So you'd see less lecturers, you'd see less resources, you'd have less face-to-face teaching time when we're back to normal, you'd have less of everything. Things would be affected and you wouldn't even realise. Your wellbeing services would diminish, your library services would diminish. I can't tell you how difficult it would be for universities to continue on if that were to happen across the whole country. I'm not saying that you don't deserve to have it acknowledged that actually what you're paying for isn't the service that you're getting. However, you're not paying for it just yet, and actually it's a loan that you're unlikely to pay back, and in terms of interest, it doesn't affect your credit rating, it doesn't affect anything. I don't want to sound defeatist in this at all. I'm a massive campaigner for what is right and for students' rights. What I am saying is that the energy that people are putting into arguing with the university or to arguing with anybody else and fighting, getting frustrated over this, I'm paying £9,250 and this is not what I'm getting. Put that energy into working collaboratively with us and with the university to improve the experience that you're currently getting. Because at the moment, what is happening is the university are struggling to fit in with all of the guidance from the government. This is a completely unprecedented situation across the world. No one's ever done this before. This is brand new. So help us. So help us as a union to get it right. Help us to challenge the university into doing what's right. This is in terms of your academic experience, your general student experience, your virtual experience, absolutely everything. So an example would be, tell us what you need in terms of software. What are you lacking? What would really help you from working from home? Your assessments, are they working? Group work, does that work anymore? All of these things that worked when we were all in person or when you had blended learning, some of which won't work at the moment, and they won't work for the very near future. So help us understand so that I can then pressure the university into going, this is what students are telling us and this is what they need. That is so much more effective and supportive for you and the whole of your community in the short term. Longer term, We will be linking with NUS to look at government and national campaigns to really sort this idea of what a student loan is and tuition fees and how this works. That's what we're going to do nationally. But what we can do locally is work together to really get something happening that affects you positively in the short term. So my take home message here is please get in touch with me. It's becky@ccsu.co.uk. I want to work collaboratively with you and with the university to make this experience the best it possibly can be. We're all in a really hard situation here. But talking about something, getting money back for something isn't helpful to you in gaining your degree. And ultimately, that's all we ever want, really, isn't it? To gain our degrees this year and to get through it the best we can. Work with me nationally as well alongside this, and we can fight the government and we can have a look at tuition fees in their entirety. It's a flawed system, massively flawed system. So work with us on that, but equally work with us with the university to make things better. So get in touch with me, becky@ccsu.co.uk, or with your course reps as well. So whatever course you're on, you will have a course rep. They feed back directly to us. So get in touch and please stay well.